Helping Hands by Shawnette Charles. On the third day of Kwanzaa, the Hill family woke up to a bright and snowy morning. Inside their cozy home, the Kanara sat on the table with the black candle for unity and the red candle for Kuji Chagalia glowing warmly. Today is Ujima, said Mr. Hill as the family gathered in the living room. It's about collective work and responsibility, working together to solve problems and build our community. Just then, a knock at the door interrupted their conversation. When Mrs. Hill opened it, their elderly neighbor, Mrs. Johnson, stood there, bundled in a thick coat and scarf. She held a small bag of groceries in her gloved hands. "Good morning, Mrs. Hill," she said, with a kind but weary smile. "I hate to bother you, but I'm having trouble shoveling my walkway. This snow is heavier than I expected." Mrs. Hill turned to her family with a thoughtful look. "Mrs. Johnson needs our help. It's the perfect opportunity to practice Ujima. What do you all think?" Thema raised her hands eagerly. "We can do it together. I'll shovel the driveway." Bakari bounced on his toes. "I'll help. I can carry the snow shovel." Even Enzi showed her excitement. "I can help spread the salt." "Perfect," said Mr. Hill. "Let's grab our gear and get started." Outside, the snow glistened under the morning sun. It was piled high along the walkway and driveway leading to Mrs. Johnson's house. The Hill family worked as a team. As she shoveled like her dad showed her, Thema stuck her tongue out in hopes of catching a few snowflakes. Bakari helped by carrying the smaller shovel and clearing away the snow piles. Mr. Hill showed Enzi how to sprinkle salt over the icy patches, but she thought it was more fun to just toss it into the air. Mrs. Hill brought out hot chocolate to keep everyone warm. "Teamwork makes the dream work," said Mr. Hill, his voice cheerful as he scooped up some snow to make a snowball. By the time they finished, the walkway was clear and the driveway was safe to walk on. Mrs. Johnson came outside with a tray of cookies she had baked the day before. "Thank you all so much," she said, her voice full of gratitude. "I don't know what I would have done without your help." Thema smiled. "It was fun to work together." "That's Ujima," said Mr. Hill. "When we work together, we make the world better for everyone." Later that evening, it was time for the Kwanzaa ceremony. The black unity candle glowed in addition to a red one for Kuji Chagalia. "Habari gani?" asked Mr. Hill. "Ujima," the family responded in unison. Bakari helped his father light the green candle. "We light this candle to honor Ujima, working together to take responsibility for each other and our community." After the ceremony, as the family sat together, sipping hot chocolate and enjoying Mrs. Johnson's cookies, Enzi leaned over to her brother. "Helping people feels really good," she said with a grin. "It does," Bakari agreed. "Maybe we should do it again tomorrow." Everyone laughed, and the warm glow of the Kanara lit the room as they celebrated another day of Kwanzaa and the power of working together. Thank you for joining us on this Kwanzaa adventure. Make sure to watch all the episodes. Looking for more ways to celebrate Black history or understand your personal energy and natural gifts? Check out CMAR Press for our Kwanzaa guides, learning with the Black History Twist academic workbooks, and Zodiac Energy, Sun Vibes, and Moon Illuminations journal series. And don't forget to subscribe to our Gifted Black Child YouTube channel. Get inspired, get creative, keep growing with C-Man Press.